Hello everyone. Today in Unit 2 Semiconductors, we will discuss the topic BJT construction and operation of NPN and PNP transistors. So what is a transistor? A transistor is an electronic component that we use to either amplify or switch electrical signals, allowed to use in a wide array of electronic devices. So a transistor consists of two PN diodes back to back. So they have three terminals, namely emitter, base, and collector. So the basic idea of transistor is to control the flow of current through one channel by varying the intensity of much smaller current that's flow through second channel. So transistor meaning lies trans plus istor, transistor. That is the prefix trans tells about the signal transfer from lower resistance to higher resistance, and istor means a solid physical structure having the property of resistance. So these are the physical characteristics of the terminal. We have emitter, base, and collector. These are three parts of transistor here. So this emitter, base, and collector can be differentiated in two sections, that is, one in terms of size and other in terms of doping. Now, if you see in terms of size, the emitter is moderately in size here. Emitter is moderately in size, base is very thin in size, and collector is very large in size here. Now, in terms of doping, emitter is heavily doped, base is very lightly doped, and collector is moderately doped here. So, emitter, base, and collector can be defined in terms of size and in terms of doping. So, emitter moderately in size here, base is very thin in size, and collector is very large in size. Now these are the types of transistors, NPN and PNP here. So NPN, this arrow represents the conventional flow of current. In NPN, it shows the direction from base to emitter. In PNP, emitter to base. The arrow represents between the base and the emitter in NPN transistor is the direction of flow of conventional current. So conventional current in the case of NPN transistor flows from base to the emitter. Now in the case of PNP transistor, the arrow represents from emitter to base. So emitter to base in this device, the electrons flow from base to emitter as the conventional flow of current is from emitter to base. So this is the arrow representation. Now, if you go for more about this transistor, emitter, base, and collector, this emitter is heavily doped here. So what is the role of this emitter, base, and collector is, the job of the emitter is to emit or inject the electrons into the base here. Now, as the base is very lightly doped and very thin, it passes most of the emitter injected electrons to the collector. Now the doping level of the collector is moderately between the emitter and the base, so and lightly doped here, very lightly doped here. Now the collector is named so that it collects the electrons from the base here. Now the collector is largest of three of the region here, so it dissipates more heat here. So that's why it is made up of large in the region here. Now the transistor has two junctions. The one junction is between the emitter to base, emitter base junction. The other junction is collector base junction. So in biasing a transistor here, both the junctions here, the transistor can be biased in four different ways here. Now, if both the junctions are forward biased, that is emitter base and collector base are forward biased, then large amount of current flow across the junction here. Then the transistor is said to be operating in saturation region here. Now, if both the junction, that is emitter base junction and base collector junctions are reversed bias, causing a small current flow, then the transistor is said to be operating in cutoff region here. If emitter base junction is reverse bias and base collector junction is forward bias, then the transistor is said to be operating in inverted mode here. If emitter base junction is forward bias and collector base junction is reverse bias, then the transistor is said to be operating in active region or normal mode. So in this topic here, in this BJT here, we will discuss only the active region or normal mode, that is emitter based junction forward bias and collector based junction reverse bias. In normal mode we will discuss. So BJT, bipolar junction transistor here. So in BJT, the current control the device consists of two PN junctions here, and it can be configured in two ways, NPN and PNP. Now among these two transistors, NPN transistor is more preferred and convenient. Now in the BJT here, we have three terminals, emitter base junction here. If you see the working here, the emitter, a very small amount of current flowing between the base and the emitter. Between base and the emitter, very small amount of current will be flowing here that can control a large flow of current between the collector and emitter terminals. Now in the case of PNP transistor here, so in the case of PNP, one N-type material is introduced between the two P-type material here. So the device will control the flow of current here. So PNP transistor consists of two crystal diodes which are connected in series. An NPN transistor, in this NPN, we will find one P-type layer is being introduced between the two N-type material, that is NPN negative, positive, negative, PNP positive, negative and positive. So in NPN transistor, the electrons move from emitter to collector as the conventional flow of current is from base to the emitter here. Now there are three types of configuration: common base, common collector and common emitter. So we will discuss only common base. So common base configuration is, see here, emitter, base, collector, NPN. As it is NPN, the conventional flow of current is from base to the emitter. So this is emitter base junction and this is collector base junction here, where emitter base is an input and collector base is an output here. So this is common base configuration. Now we will see the NPN and PNP transistor in common base configuration. Now this is working of common base configuration NPN. Negative, positive, negative, NPN. So emitter, base and this is collector. So we are discussing in a normal mode. So always emitter base junction is forward bias. Emitter base junction forward bias means N connected to the negative and P connected to the positive here. Base collector junction is reverse bias. So N connected to the positive and base connected to the negative here. So in this circuit diagram here, the NPN transistor, the forward bias is applied across the emitter base junction here and reverse bias across the collector base junction. So in the forward bias, a very small voltage VEB is applied here, which is very small compared to the reverse bias voltage. Now if you see the working here, the emitter of the NPN transistor is heavily doped here. When forward bias is applied here, the majority of the charge carriers, as it is NPN, so it is N, so we have electrons, the majority of the electrons will move towards the base here, which constitute a current IE, gives us a current IE. Now as the electrons enter into the p-type layer, this is a base junction. This base is very thin in size and very lightly doped here, both here. So due to which only few electrons will combine with hole here in the base and remaining constituted current IB. This is current IB here. Now this base current entered into the collector region. Now because of this reverse bias potential of the collector region, there will be high attractive force on the electron. Thus the electrons are attracted towards the collector. So it is all the electrons are collected in the collector region. So collector, that's why the collector is made very large in size here, because very large amount of heat is dissipated there here. So majority of the electrons emitted by the emitter will flow into the collector and cause a large reverse current IC. So the ratio of number of electrons arriving at the collector to the number of electrons emitted by the emitter is called base transportation factor, denoted by beta. And the whole of the emitter current entered into the base, Thus, we can say that the emitter current is sum of collector or the base current, that is IE is equal to IB plus IC in case of NPN transistor. Now we will discuss about the working of PNP transistor. This is the circuit diagram. PNP, emitter, base, and this is collector here. So emitter base junction is forward bias. So P connected to the positive and N connected to the negative. Now base collector junction is reverse bias. So P connected to the negative and N connected to the positive here. So this is the circuit diagram. So when the forward bias is applied to the emitter base junction here and reverse bias is applied to the base collector junction, now this forward bias will cause the holes in the p-type. Now we have taken PNP, so majority of the carriers in P are holes. So the holes in the p-type emitter will flow towards the base here. Now this constitutes the emitter current IE. This gives the emitter current IE. Now as the holes cross into the n-type base, as the n is very thin in region here, they tend to combine with the electrons. So electron hole recombination takes place in very small amount. Now as the base is very lightly doped and very thin in size, therefore only few holes, that is less than 5%, will combine with the electron in the base region. Now the remaining 95% of the collector region constitute a collector current IC. In this way, almost the entire emitter current flows into the collector circuit here. It may be noted that the current conduction with NPN transistor is by hole here. However, in the external connecting wire, the current is due to the electron. So, IC is equal to IE minus IB is the region. Thank you.